Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, truckers. Welcome back to ATS. I got a different trailer on the back this time. We're hauling a refrigerated trailer. And we're on our way to Walbur. Is it Walbur the original name? Kind of forgot now. One of the mods that was crashed in the game is the one that changes names of stores for some reason. So I had this refrigerator trailer. I drove all the way from New England down to Yuma, Arizona, which is like a 2,800 mile trip. Game didn't crash at all. I said, okay, so everything seems fine. So I started enabling mods one by one and testing it. And it seems like the one that changes the name of the companies and gas stations, for some reasons, crashed in the game. It could be because the names go on the trailers. And of course the trailers have changed. And we're going to get stuck here all day long, or what? What are you waiting for? Holy crap, people. So yeah, we're in Yuma, Arizona. And we got a load to pick up to go to Sacramento, California. Please tell me I'm in the zone because this trailer is long. You know me, I gotta take the biggest trailer. So right here we're taking ice cream. 17 tons of it. I'll show you the trailer here in a second. Let me just make sure I can get in here. So the flatbed is now in Las Vegas, and people have been taking it out for jobs. Well, you can kind of see the trailer behind us. I'm turning around this way so I can get a nice view of us backing in. Well, not a nice view, but at least it won't be blindside. I will say a 53-foot long trailer, for some reason this thing seems very unstable. You gotta be more careful around corners with it. Alright, so we'll park and brake and make sure I don't hit the T button to unhook the trailer. And after they load you up, they put you in, well, you can kind of see it's kind of like a straight loaded area. So I kind of went with a little bit of blue to match the trailer and the gold to match, well, me, Peanut. Yeah, the back is sort of, well, you can't hardly see it right now. I got wind guards on the sides. Wind guards, and I got the chrome refrigerator. You had three choices of that, and that's like basically went all high end, of course. But yeah, we got the 53 footer, and let's get rolling. So apparently I was reading some of the things about the mods, and I guess SCS has not released a mod tool for 1.32 yet. So if you got mods that are not working, that would be why SCS has not released a tool for them to upgrade their mods just yet. It's been a day, and wow, look at the traffic. I may have to edit this part out. Are you kidding me? There's a cop right there. Oh, this is going to be chaos. You know how often traffic stops? What do you say? Come on now, people. I don't even have my wipers on yet. Failed to signal at an intersection. Did I not turn my wipers on? Must have hit it one too many times. But here it is in Arizona, and it's raining. Not great weather to be showing off the trailer now, is it? Hey, how you doing? It's only 25 through here? Alright. I knew that. Yeah, I kind of remember this little construction area. Been a while since I've been to Yuma. Or Uma, depending on which way you want to pronounce it. I noticed with this 53-foot trailer, since I traveled 2,800 miles with it, you got to be very careful with it around like sharp corners on fast turns. Twice I almost tipped over, honestly. I was like, whoa, okay. 53-foot trailer does not like, it seems like it's top heavy. Let's just put it that way. I haven't been to California in a while either. Many reasons. One of them being the speed limit. I'm already doing 60. Alright. Come on, slow down, truck. That should be good enough. And it seems like we're crawling. I would get into the left, the right lane, but there is traffic in there, and we got a long truck. So this is only day 2 after the open beta of 1.32. So no mod updates from me yet, anyways. On a lot of things. It's funny how some things are breaking the game and other ones aren't. But for some reason, the second I turn on that realistic company names and gas stations, oh great, I gotta get off up here? That truck is going kind of slow, we can beat him. But the second I turn that on and I log on to the map itself, yeah, I can travel about 2 feet and the game just says, are you kidding me? No thanks. So we'll see if I get any more crashes today. Unlike the first episode I put out. So I got the base game company names going. Trying to maintain the speed limit if we can. Unfortunately, the steering wheel, let me try to readjust to my track IR. There we go. That'll help me see the speedometer a little bit easier. I didn't reset it before I restarted the game after it crashed. So I don't know if I should be buying trailers for my drivers or not at this point. I'm just gonna let that one flatbed go for a couple trips to see. I made it public, so yeah, I was interested to see, but after I made the long trip that, okay, I'm gonna check the trailer stats and see what's going on, and somebody was using it out of Vegas. Now, from what I understand is, out of the Vegas garage, they'll take it out of the garage, but it's almost like a round trip kind of a thing. It's not like they're going to go from city to city. I'm not really sure how regular AI drivers work, if that's the way they do out of every garage, if they just go from their home garage, make a delivery, and have to return, or do they just travel around. But from my understanding with the trailers, they'll take the trailer to a city and then have to return back to the home garage. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard how that works. So right now I'm just going to buy a couple of trailers for us to use. I did keep the flatbed in Vegas because I can now put it to my home garage, which is in Vermont. So yeah, I can't have a 53-foot long flatbed in Vermont first, or you can only pretty much have it in Arizona and Nevada, I believe. Which is strange because we definitely got 53. Whoa, dude, what are you doing? And no damage. Why are we stopped? Are we supposed to stop up here? I don't think so. That is very interesting why he stopped. It looked like we had the right of way. Now I forgot what I was saying. Other than, yes, I've seen 53-foot long flatbeds up here in my state, so not quite sure why. Maybe it's just adjustments people have to do to modded maps, I'm not sure. That's beyond me. I don't get to play ATS enough as it is, let alone to understand how the mods work in this game. Cindy's been keeping track of the books like she always does. The logbook. Now, the double trailers, I usually don't like taking those because it just takes away from when you bring the cargo wherever you're going. It just eliminates you being able to back into a parking spot, which, you know, I really prefer doing. I like the parking and all that. I don't like this, the ones where you just drive in and pull straight in and that's it. But it would be interesting to see how they change the parking, because if it's your trailer now, if you just pull in, you better know how to get the heck out of there. Interesting that the AI traffic is going faster than the speed limit. Looks like we're taking a left onto the freeway. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been through California. Are you all headed north like me? I guess technically we're taking 10 west. So, are you all headed west like me? can already see I want to get around this guy in this tanker. This is one thing I never understood with SCS, why they don't really have like on-ramp lanes for people to merge. Only back in the day, I would have zoomed. I just would have went that breakdown lane past these guys and just merged into the traffic myself. Yeah, had enough of you already. Tanker with no name. I probably could put Jazzy Cat stuff back on. I need to check his website to see what version I'm on, which I think I'm way behind. So I'll have to double check that before I put that stuff back in. Oh, it's only 55, that's right. Let me slow down to about a roughly 57. Somewhere right about there. Those RPMs maybe just a little bit too low. Downshift. We'll just ride in 11th gear. Get the RPMs up just a little bit. So it's about a 600-mile journey up from Yuma to Sacramento. And I'm sure we've already took a chunk off of that. Yeah, we're down to 460-ish. Also, what killed me, I noticed when I was driving from the Northeast down to Arizona, being such a new patch, a lot of your drivers were returning because they couldn't find a job. So, you know, I think I lost somewhere around 60 grand in one day because I just had drivers returning, which you get that maintenance and fuel costs, but the money's going back up again. The one thing I'm kind of shocked about this update with the trailers is a lot of these trailers, I think I spent 180 grand for this refrigerator trailer, and you know, you can buy, I think most of the trucks that my drivers have is like a single cab Peterbilt, and I think I paid like 127-ish for them, and that's with an upgraded engine, not a fully upgraded engine, but a pretty decent upgraded engine and all that. But when I get some free time, I want to design my own trailer. A paint scheme for the trailers, I should say. Now I know, well, if you're into ATS and ETS, you probably know Squirrel. He was doing some videos on these trailers, and he can't confirm this either, but he was kind of hearing that that he heard through some people that eventually we might be able to see our own trucks and trailers as AR drivers on the road. And I was like, well, that would be awesome if they could do that. I think that would involve a lot of coding and all that kind of fun stuff. But if you had, you know, all your truckers with a special paint scheme and your trailers had special paint schemes, you could go down the road and like, oh, there's one of my drivers going down the road. I should double check to see if I can hire any more drivers. I am maxed at, last I knew I was maxed out around 260-ish drivers, something like that. So that's where a lot of my money has gone in my first, I don't know what level I'm at now. 56, 57, somewhere around there. We'll just say mid-50s. Although I will say that trip from Vermont down to Arizona, I got like 8,000 experience. So, and the money was pretty good as well. I think I got paid 130 grand. I just wish you could see, I wish they could almost tell you the percentage more you get paid for having your own trailer. So it's like they say, well, if you buy this trailer, you're going to get like a 10% increase in payment for taking certain loads. I'm also glad to know that my knee can hold up by pressing the clutch. If everything goes well, I got like 6 more weeks of recovery on my knee. But as long as I can press the clutch in, we're good to go. Of course, that means I do drive an automatic in real life. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do have another car that's a standard, but I hardly, I don't take that on the road as much. That's not my everyday car. Yeah, I remember the early days of ATS of just only having Nevada and California, and I spent most of my time in California. Of course, in the early stages, you know, you can't drive long distances, so California was your friend with a lot of towns kind of close to one another. Nevada kind of, where the cities kind of stretched out a little bit, you had to get to be, you basically had to go up 2 levels, 2 or 3 levels, and put your points immediately into long distance driving. Anybody coming? Oh, we can beat that car, no problem. Of course, I say that, and he comes zooming right along and passes me, no problem. Oh, that's right. Let's see, I gotta upshift to 11. But I'm liking a lot of the changes in 132. If you didn't see my last episode, I've been going a long ways in between repairs on this truck, and the damage is up to like 40 some odd percent, which I thought was mostly tires, and we didn't get far in our journey to where I lost 12th gear and I lost 11th gear. My transmission had like 7% damage on it, but that was enough to take out some gears, I guess. So we pulled in, I thought it was just going to be like, you know, repair and insurance paid for it, but now you can check mark what you want repaired and what you don't want repaired. I'm hoping I'm staying on the right. Wasn't paying attention to my GPS. Okay. I'm assuming they did that because now, since you got to, you know, repair your trailer once in a while, your trailer could be damaged, but your truck not damaged. So now you can check mark what you want fixed, what you don't want fixed. But since ATS has insurance and the bills never really, well, it's pretty much, you know, like $1,000 at most. You know, so why wouldn't you just repair everything? But I was trying to have some fun to see how far I can get in tire wear. So I got up in the low 40s. I think it was like 41, 42%. I guess I could have fixed just the transmission and the engine and that and been safe with that. I'm also finding out that this is like the second delivery, only the second delivery I've done this trailer. So when you buy this, you can buy it just for dry goods. Then you can get the insulated trailer or the refrigerated trailer. So I said, well, I'm going to go the most expensive route, get the refrigerator trailer. So I was assuming that I could take all those kind of goods, but I'm finding out with the refrigerator trailer, I can only take refrigerated goods. I'm not getting dry goods. I know, and you're saying, but you got a refrigerated trailer. But I mean, if you're taking just dry goods, you don't have to have the refrigerator on. So I don't know if that's something that SCS is going to change, or how they're going to approach that, or they're going to make you, or they're going to force you to have like every trailer, you know, like in the garage. Why is there a car in the truck lane? I was getting ready to get over there. Yeah, so the first mod I was checking on, I have the, I always forget what it's called, like the minimal advisor that you can put like at the bottom of the screen. So I said, let me go on his modded site on, you can get that right in the workshop. It's pretty much like that screen on the right that I got up there. Other than the GPS, it gives you all that data on the very bottom. So you kind of get like a little bit of a scroll, what your workers are doing, your speed, what gear you're in, your truck stats, your gas, and how many more miles you get left to go, and when you expect to get there. Kind of scrolls across, it always shows at the bottom. And I didn't realize how much I relied on that as I drove until, this open beta came, and I looked down, I'm like, oh, I can't, I'm not really sure what gear I'm in, because I can't, my information center in the middle of the console, the way I got it set for, doesn't really show that. Although I don't see it, I see engine temperature, mileage, and I kind of need to focus on my GPS sometimes as well, because I'm not really thinking where we're going. But I've definitely begun to rely on that advisory screen at the bottom, now not having it. It's like, oh, how many more miles I got to go? I look at the bottom of the screen like, oh, that's not there, and I gotta, click this, that would be the F5 button. It's just like right now, if you took my steering wheel and pedals away from me in ATS, I'd kind of be a little bit lost on what buttons do what. Although if you saw my first episode 132, it's been a while since I've done ATS, so I was kind of lost on what buttons I had programmed on my shifter and steering wheel. I was like, oops, that's the wrong button. I was always close to the right button. It was just, that muscle memory, trying to remember where everything is. Hopefully in a few days, and this does not, just concern ATS, it concerns a lot of games, with Gamescom over in Germany starting Tuesday, which is the 21st? I think it's the 21st, so you're going to hear, like a lot of news about a lot of games that you're probably playing. So like if you're playing a lot of early access games, or if you're interested in like Farming Simulator or stuff like that, you're going to see like a lot of videos or games that will be coming out, like AAA games. If you're really into that, you're going to hear a lot about those kind of games and news releases in a couple days. So I think that's kind of why maybe SCS is pushing, I don't want to say pushing out, did I think a pretty good job getting 132 out kind of like the week before Gamescom came out. don't know if they planned it that way or they even, you know, give a rat's ass about it, but I thought it was pretty good on their part, actually. I like how the speed limit's 55 and I'm doing like 58-ish, 57, yeah, 58, and I'm just getting past left and right. Actually, I'm not getting past left and right, I'm just getting past on the left. Yeah, I just looked down again to see how many more miles we had to go. 233, which, as you know, in Trucking Simulator, that's not far at all. So what I may do, because I'm kind of curious how this works. Of course I gotta pull in. Every time I come to California, I swear I gotta stop at every flippin' one. I mean, I don't mind. I actually kind of like that's in the game. But I like how sometimes you're just driving along, not paying attention, and all of a sudden that goes off. It'll scare. Sometimes it scares the crap out of me. It's like, what is that? It's like, oh, I gotta pull in at the way station. Your weight is gross, man. I wish they would fix the speed limit leaving here, because it's 15 miles an hour until you're almost out of here. Although I do like how they clear traffic now for you. I forgot when they started doing. Well, I don't know if they did that on purpose or is it just by luck now. Every time I come out of a way station, I go to merge out and I look and there's not like a car in sight. Nope. That's 11th gear. Looks like we'll be hitting Sacramento as the sun goes down. Then we're going to Walbert. Yeah, I don't play with many mods. I think I'll just say like maybe well, if you throw in all the Jazzy Cat traffic, I'll throw that in as like as one mod, but what's he got for like traffic? He's got like maybe 6 or 7 different types of traffic that you can load up. But if you count that as one, I'd probably run maybe like 7 or 8 mods at the most. And right now, the only one that crashes the game is, at least for me anyways, is real company logos and gas stations. Go figure that. Of course, I'm running the Volvo, and that which is done by. Oh, I always pronounce his name wrong, especially when I'm looking at it. But Adarath is Volvo, and I need to go on his workshop page to see if he has any plans for running the air hoses off the back to the trailers. That's one thing. This Volvo hasn't been updated in almost a year. I mean, it runs great other than that. I mean, I have no problem with the truck at all and everything about it. It's just missing the air hoses, which came out about a month ago, 2 months ago, somewhere in there. I just haven't had much time to play ATS because I've been doing like Farmer's Dynasty and Farming Simulator. I just got back into because, you know, all the hype of FS19 coming out. Although when I do get some downtime, I do get out my steering wheel out and everything out, set up and go for, you know, just pick a piece of cargo. Don't really care where the heck I'm going. I just look for a certain distance. Price doesn't matter at this point. I know some of you are going to say, well, that's not a lot, but I do have $10 million in the company bank. I don't have to buy any more trucks at the moment. I can't hire any more drivers, but I probably should check on that since the last update. Just to see if I can hire any more drivers. I don't think I can. But I was just trying to see, by letting the people out of Vegas taking that flatbed, if they make more money per trip, but I don't know how to. I'm not seeing right now how you can tell if they're making more money with a trailer than without. I mean, yes, they should be. That's the whole purpose of it. If anyone does know where SCS has come out and saying you'll make 10% more, you're making 10% more for delivering cargo than is with your own trailer, then yeah, that's, I'm just spitting out a number like 10%, could be 5%. You may be, some people may be thinking 5% is not much, but you realize you take 20 trips of that 5%, and that's pretty much, you know, doing the trip twice. That's double after 20 trips. But these trailers can get expensive. Now, a fully, you know, a fully customized truck like this one is, I think, when I got done buying this Volvo, I think it was like, you know, $250,000, something like that. Somewhere in there. It's been a while. I'm going to say roughly around $250,000. I think this reefer trailer, I think, cost me like $190. Something like that. I know some people, when this is coming out there, said they're going to restart a profile and start from scratch. And I know it was kind of fun when the game first came out. You know, you're leveling up like, oh, this is fun. But then it's like, oh yeah, I want this truck. And then you realize, oh, you got to be level 25 before you can get that. It's like, oh, I see how this all works out now. But I remember when I first started playing Euro Truck. Oh, gee, I don't remember when that was. You know, I didn't watch YouTube videos on how to start your own profile or company. I waited until I was level 16 or 17 before I bought my first truck. Then after, you know, 100 hours, a couple hundred hours of playing that game, when ATS came out, I think I was level 2 or 3 before I bought my first truck. Because the money that you make in your own truck sure outweighs driving for other people. It does seem weird though, driving in California, like I said, probably in the last 24 hours I've probably played this game for like 6 hours now. I mean, that 2,800 mile trip from Vermont down to Arizona, I think that was a 3-hour drive. I did that while I was rendering a video and uploading a video, so I'm going to take a ride and see if the game crashes with just limited mods running. And it ran flawlessly. But driving across country, you know, you're doing like 75, 65, 75, 65. Parts of Texas, 80. And then you get to California, it's like 55, and it seems like you're crawling, but it's a fun little cruise. But from my experience in driving across country with this 53-foot trailer, doing 75 on some of the interstates and some of the corners, just be a little careful, because you can see that if you look at my side mirror. Now I'm going to shake the truck. See how the trailer's shaking like that? It would shake like that just by me driving straight. You would see the trailer just like shaking back there. I'm like, boy, that thing is unstable. And one corner I did go around that normally I would just, I was cruising at 75, not thinking nothing of it. We're on the corner, and yeah, the passenger side tires, I think, came off the road. So I quickly jerked the steering wheel a little bit to the left like that, and I heard thunk. It's like, yeah, they were off the ground. So holy crap, that trailer's a little top heavy. We may, on the next trailer I buy, I may get one of the axles on the trailers be steerable. I don't know if they are actually steerable. They say they are. It is kind of neat though, if you look in the side mirror, you can also see that, like, that green light halfway up on the trailer itself, right in the middle, the green light. That just tells you the reefer is actually running and cooling. Of course, I've been told that's what that light does by a couple of truck drivers. Now, I would assume that green light means that the car goes at temperature, that everything's A-okay back there. What would be kind of interesting is, this may be going a little bit too far, but you should also have to fill up the gas tank for the reefer. If you're wondering what I mean by that is, you basically have a refrigerator running on the trailer, and that is fueled by I think on most trucks it is diesel. Like a diesel generator will run that, fueled up, so you should almost have to stop and fuel the generator once in a while for your reefer. Road construction. Oh yeah, I remember this now. It's gonna be like, what, 35 in here? Oh, did they change that? It stays at 55 now? I thought it used to be 35 through that little section. Now, the only thing that's been kind of fun with the truck I have and the trailer I have, it's long. So some of the parking jobs, like the last one I was at was, I pronounce it Eddie's. That was fun trying to, pull into that parking lot and back all the way in. And it's been a while since I don't know, where am I going in here? Oh, so this is like an Eddie's. Oh man, this is not going to go well. This trailer's too flipping long. Am I going to clip that truck? I think I'm around it. I think we are. This is not going to go well. I'm telling you that right now. Oh yeah, what you gotta do is you gotta turn on your beacons and get blinded. This trailer's so long, I bet you the ass end of this trailer is still in the entryway of the parking lot. And that truck is just gonna drive me nuts because I can't turn. Ooh, did I make it past that light post? I may have. No, I'm driving up on the curb. At least I know I'm somewhat in here. There, now I can get a better angle at that. That was not bad, actually. But now I gotta get this right around the corner, and there's not going to be much room in here for this trailer and truck. I don't think I cut it soon enough. Don't like that, the way that's going at all. Don't like the way that's going. But this is, for me, this is the fun part, trying to, you know, get into areas. See if I can take out that surveillance camera. How we doing? It's hard to see. Sounds like I'm hitting something. Is it just because of the curve? I cannot see what we're hitting here. Time to step out of the truck, which we can't quite do yet. Oh, there's a trailer on that side. Son of a... Oh, and I'm not hitting it by that... Well... Okay, I am hitting it rather decently, but not by much. Alright, so now we know what the problem is. See if I can cut it more. I think I cut it, yeah, cut it way too much, but I can kind of straighten her out just a little bit. I need to get that ass end in there a little bit before I can straighten her out some. Alright, I think we're good to go now for the most part. Now it also seems like to me like the mirrors aren't as good as they were. The side mirrors. There we go. We got her in there. Long distance delivery, urgent delivery, base reward, proficiency bonus. So there's nothing here that really shows you. I wish they could put in here, maybe break this down differently for us. So like instead of just having base reward, it should have it like for delivering cargo, say like 16,000. For using your own trailer and say like 3,000. You won't get XP for that, but show how much you're getting paid for using your own trailer. So now they got this new button down here in case you see it. Current company job offers. So right now we're at Walbert in Sacramento. So if they have a job here for a reefer trailer, which they do not. So when they don't have one here, you can hit View Global Market, and then hit the town that you're in. So this is going to show us all the reefer stuff that we can take. So this must be a different Walbert in town. Yeah, there isn't a different. Yeah, there are two Walberts in Sacramento. So I got it priced per distance. So that one's going to Oklahoma, Arizona, Rochester, New York, stuff like this. Now it's not going to show you like stuff for flatbeds and all that stuff. Hey, we're back over 10 million. Thank you, drivers. So now if we go in here, Trailer Manager. So the flatbed's being driven right now by Patrick Carr. He's taking iron pipes, and I believe that's what we took, iron pipes. So if you missed the first episode, I just quickly bought a flatbed trailer because I thought I was going to get into designing my own design for the trailers, and I think since the SES tool's not out for 132, I'm just going to have to wait. Now I can hit swap, so I think it would swap trailers, but I'm not sure if I have to go to Vegas to pick it up yet. So I got our refrigerator trailer locked. And his trailer is public, but anyone can get it in Vegas. But right now he has it, so it's his. It's his. Now the one thing I did the first couple times is, hey, the clutch is in. Don't give me that. I was doing a lot of hitting the T button to disconnect the trailer. It's like, wait a minute, this is our trailer. This could be kind of fun getting out of here now because I got the trailer on that side and I don't want to hit the wall. I think we're just going to park it right here for now. Yeah, can't really get a good view of the trailer at night now, can we? So now you can see, actually let me get back in the truck. Well, I guess I can't see it. No, let me do this. So now you can see, well, I was talking about the green light before in the trailer halfway up. When it's on, you know it's cooling. I got no cargo, so it's off, so you don't see no green light. Refrigerator is not running. So it'd be kind of interesting to see if if they make it in the future where we have to fill up the reefer gas tank so that can be filled up. Dude, sorry if I park here for a few seconds. The woman's got to go in the store and do this little bit of shopping. See, you got a sale going on, 30 and 40 and 50% off on veggies maybe. But yeah, so there you have it. We got our, well, let's get out of the truck. Whoops, there's an interesting view. Hello. So we'll come back here, you get a better look at the back end. Well, I guess not, because it's too flippin' dark out. But there's 3 different doors you can get with this trailer. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of mods coming out for trailers, obviously. Can you see the paint scheme better on this side? The wavy lines. Kind of too bad you can't get strobe lights for the long trailer. Or added lights, but I'm pretty sure there'll be mods coming along that will let us add more lights and doohickeys and whatnot to our trailers. But for now, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time in ATS where we may have a different trailer by then. But until then, have a good one.